Welcome, my friends. Welcome to the outer fringes of reality, where fact meets speculation, where paranoia meets illumination, where madness overlaps the fragile membrane of sanity. Do not be afraid. Open your eyes and open your minds to that region that lies beyond the realm of the known, that region we call the ExoZone. I am your host, Dictor Van Doomcock, the future ruler of Earth, and with me is my co-host and aficionado of all things fringe, the Nerdrotic Channel's Gary Beekler. Gary, I think you've got some goodies for us to talk about today.
I do. I have done a lot of hard work collating this news. That's not true. That's a total lie. I went to Naps News, and we're going to go over Naps News.
Well, that's excellent. I'm excited.
I am. There's some good stuff in there. I didn't have a lot of time to prep for the show, ladies and gentlemen. I have been dealing with a major YouTube issue on my main channel, and I'm not going to bore you with it. It's being dealt with. I'm sure it'll be fine eventually. It's very annoying to spend 2 hours talking to YouTube when they will not answer direct questions. That is the most frustrating thing in the world, where they just pretend they don't exist. I was having this issue going back and forth. I'm all, hey, can I send you a screenshot? Guy just ignored it, asked another question. So I'm like, okay, I'll try again. Hey, can I send you a screenshot? And he asked me another question. So I asked him 6 times in a row. Hey, can I send you a screenshot? Hey, can I send you a screenshot? Still wouldn't answer the goddamn question. And then I was asking him direct stuff like, is this a known issue? Wouldn't answer the question. It's like, God, it. And then right above the panel I'm using, there's this whole thing about how YouTube cares about our health. It's a good thing I don't let this stuff bother me that much, but I can understand how it would completely stress somebody out. And especially if it's some kid, like, some 20 something who's never had a business before and doesn't realize that big giant corporations are soulless and they will never help you ever. So they haven't quite learned that yet. And they think that YouTube actually does care about their health. And they, sorry, YouTube, it's obvious that's going on right now. So yeah, so I got some issues going on in the main channel, but we'll just keep it going. But today we're going to talk about the paranormal. We're going to talk about the weird. We got some articles that we're going to go over. But how are you, sir? How are you doing?
I am, persevering in the light of this kind of weird dystopia that we find ourselves living in now. I just discovered Tullamore Dew, which made me very happy. It's a Irish whiskey that I'd never tasted before, and holy crap, is it good! So I'm going to go and grab me some of that when I, in my copious spare time. But so that's the good news today. I found a new thing to impair and impede me. So yay!
That's good. No, it's actually, things have been great. We were given like a gift from the YouTube gods when I'm sorry to hear Ruby Rose quit, but right, it was like something to talk about. But unfortunately, there's a bunch of things I want to talk about as far as ExoZone related, but we cannot do it here. So folks, we'll probably do sometime in the near future. We'll find a place where we can all meet, probably D-Live, I'm thinking, where we can speak freely, and then we'll post it on my website or something like that later to talk about like some stuff. But right now we're going to just keep it to UFOs. Just keep it to UFOs today. And,
just today. That's right.
Tunguska and stuff like that. So, but let's see who's here. Kelvington, what's up? Thank you for the super chat. We'll get to that in a moment. We got Stellar Heather. We got Rich Knight. We got Saju. I'm sorry. I meant to hit. It jumped on me. Son of a bitch. There it is right there. Sajud, Mula. Hi, how are you? And Bastard, you're not a bastard to me. And Fazignac and Taja. I was thinking about a year ago at this time, I was in Italy.
Yeah.
Italy. I remember.
God, was it that long ago?
God, yeah. Time flies. We just, Game of Thrones and Italy and yeah. What's up, Loquacious Primate? Yeah, it's been a crazy ride, ladies and gentlemen.
It has.
It's been a crazy ride. So the articles we're going to go over today are, there is a bold new theory offered for source of Tunguska blast. I'm very interested in that. There is a long article, which is like an essay, which is the discovery of aliens would be terrible.
Well, we've discovered them. I mean,
Yep.
whether you're I mean, come on. I mean, does anybody really think at this point that these craft that are maneuvering in our atmosphere are us? I don't buy that. I don't buy it at all for the reasons I've said over and over and over again. If any nation had that, it's game over. Right?
Yeah.
Game over, So the fact that it isn't game over makes me believe it's something else.
Yep. Yeah. And we could certainly talk about that. What we talked about the last ExoZone, which is, we've had disclosure in a sense. I mean, we haven't heard about aliens yet, but they've definitely talked about UFOs, crafts that defy logic, physics, that have been seen by trained observers, that have been reported in quote unquote the authoritative sources, YouTube, and it's just a shame. I think part of the reason there's a little fracture in the UFO community and people might feel disconnected from it is YouTube is largely gotten rid of a lot of the content, and it's just going to have to go back to doing it for fun, which is fine. And maybe that's one of the problems that did really infect ufology. Like these guys, if they need to dedicate their lives to it, of course they need to make money. I understand that they need to pay their bills. They can sell books and stuff, but it also brings those problems and egos. And God, it sucks. I should be at Contact in the Desert in a couple weeks. I was going to go, and
that is so funny because you said, I ain't going back. Yeah, you told me that. You said
it was boring, and then the only thing. But you know what? I think I want to go to Palm Springs more than the actual conference,
just to screw off and have a little fun. Huh?
Yeah. No, the conference I would go for a day because I mean, a lot of it wasn't new. I told you. Remember the time I was like, I heard all this stuff before.
Right. I mean, there wasn't a whole lot, no disclosures that were percolating. It's just kind of revisiting the same ground. And I mean, we could stay home and research that. I mean, I guess really people go to have the convention, have the party, go in the dealer's room and buy some, toy UFOs or something. I don't know. Do they have that there?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They have.
They have merch and vendors and
cool
stuff.
Merch. I mean, a lot of crystals and crap like that, but they have some cool stuff. Alien heads. You know what? It just hit me though. Like, what a bunch of. I mean, guy, if there's anybody out there who's part of that scene, how come you guys didn't do a digital conference? Like, that's the one digital conference I think people would actually watch. I don't think anybody's going to watch a digital Comic-Con unless it's like Marvel stuff. But if you have Richard Dolan and Mike Barra and all the other people just doing a digital conference, people would have watched the hell out of that.
Yeah, I think they would.
Yeah, they should have done that. So as people roll in, we will go to this weird little article that caught my eye. Here we go.
All right, let's take a look.
Let's take a look. Mystery as 60 peculiar cubes with inscriptions pulled from Coventry River. Riddle after magnet fisherman finds a magnet fisherman. Finds. Does he fish with magnets, or is it like
I guess he does, looking for stuff very much like this.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, gotcha. Just going around the river. Oh, that
yeah, like
sense.
Casting with a magnet, pulling it along the bottom, I guess, seeing if he can catch anything, maybe.
Yeah, it's like, just using the metal detector at the beach. I got it. Oh, that's something I need to do when I'm old. I need to move somewhere where like old stuff happens though. Maybe like Egypt. Imagine doing that like in the Nile or something like that.
Yeah.
Vast amount of engraved lead squares at a secluded stretch of river. Very strange. And here they are.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn. So he's 60. So he must have really been an accurate fisherman to go ahead and cast it in the same area over and over and over again and pull these things up.
Yeah.
Interesting.
A magnet fisherman out with his 2 young sons at a river in Coventry reeled in almost 60 mysterious cubes thought to show a sacred numerical inscription. Will Reed found the haul of engraved lead squares believed to be connected to a mystical Hindu prayer ritual while out sifting through shallow water.
Huh.
Yeah. The faces of the objects, small enough to hold between a finger and a thumb, are set into neat grids with inscriptions thought to be Sanskrit. Wow. At first, Will 38 from Fingham thought the cubes were just random pieces of debris littering the bottom of the river. So in South Coventry.
Huh.
Wow.
That is really cool and weird. I mean, that's the kind of thing I'd be delighted to find.
Yeah.
Of course, then I don't know. I'd be kind of, I don't know. I've seen Hellraiser. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
That's all I need is to get a lament configuration Hindu prayer cube of hell, and that would suck. But yeah, these are amazing. They're super cool. They're tiny.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Is there some Hindu over there that these were like prayer cubes, and one day he just got bored with them and tossed them in the water or something? I mean,
yeah.
Look and see if they're about the size of those coins.
Yep.
So interesting.
Weird. That is really weird.
That is a neat find. I mean, wouldn't you just be delighted?
I would be stoked. Oh my God. I was looking everywhere in Italy for like a Roman coin. I guess I could have bought one in a shop, but I didn't want to do that.
Yeah. Well, the problem is if you buy them in the shop, I mean, how can you know it's genuine and not some ripoff for the rubes? You know what I mean?
Yep. That's what I was thinking. So
yeah.
And saw a couple and they wanted a lot of money for them and stuff. So yeah. But there were so many nooks and crannies. I'm sure everybody's gone over everything. But when I was at the not the Colosseum, but I was at these ruins in Sicily, and they're so old. They start out at one side of the hill, and it's Greek, and it turns Roman, and you can see the difference in stone that they used, and it's cool as hell. Cool as hell. I forgot what the
yeah, man. You had a great time there.
I did. It was
kind of want to go back.
I do in when everything blows over.
Well, yeah, will it ever?
That's yes. Oh yes, it most certainly will. Yes, it will. We can't let him say this is a forever thing, which they're already like starting to hint. That's no bueno. No bueno. Not happening.
No, it's not good. It's a depressing thought, and I'm I'm tired of feeling this way.
Mrs. Nerdrotic has curbside pickup now, so we're in the stage 2, I believe, here, and they're gonna motor ahead, I guess. So we'll see how things go. But that's cool as hell. I have no idea. I mean, why would they be in the river? Did somebody just toss them in there?
Maybe it was a crisis of faith.
It might have been, or was it dangerous? Was it dangerous? Just like you said, you put those in the right configuration, and the hellmouth opens.
I know. That's the thing. I wouldn't play jumble with them if I were you. I don't know. I maybe like someone's kid, like stole them and was ticked off at dad and chucked them in the river or something. I don't know. It's weird, isn't it?
It is. It's strange. And you know what? That's why I loved listening to Coast to Coast. And if anything, whether you believe this stuff or not, if you're like a writer or a creative person, you can get the best stories from just listening to Coast. I mean, you can base the whole story around that. That's a Twilight Zone episode right there, just waiting to be made.
Oh yeah. It kind of smacks a little bit of Tales of the Loop.
Yes.
Just weird artifact found in the river. Kid takes it home, and then it basically turns him into a cat or something.
Yep. Or something.
Or something, Well, it could be not a cat, could be
No, I love how they don't, I won't say what particular thing, but they don't fix things right away. I'm not all the way through the series yet. So
no, I finally, I was urged by folks to press on. I mean, after the fourth episode, I was kind of down on it. And then the fifth episode, I am kind of, because the fourth and fifth episodes, I mean, I don't want to get too much into it, but I'll just say, really, the science fiction was tacked onto those episodes, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, it could have just been a story of instead of a robot, it could have been some kind of automatic weapon. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The dad that gets obsessed in the front yard. I won't give away any spoilers, but it could have easily been a big, powerful weapon instead of a robot. So, I mean, you could tell the identical story without any kind of science fiction conceit. Same thing in the other one. I mean, the ecosphere was cool, but it didn't have anything really to do with the story. So again, it's so that's my criticism. I mean, I was very big on the first three episodes, and I still love them. I think they're amazing, but these last two were fairly pedestrian, and I don't know where it's going, but I've been told, well, have some patience. So that's what I'm going to do.
Yep. But you can't sit down and burn through that whole series. It's not that type. You feel it's so laborious. After two episodes, you're like, okay.
Yeah, well, it's very atmospheric. It's very
Yeah.
moody, ponderous, but it's I don't know. I liked it.
I did too. A TV show that takes the time to show an icicle melting.
Yes. Or the snow falling upwards in that one, which I thought was one of the most magical things I've ever seen. That was so cool.
That was awesome. Oh, the house falling apart.
That was cool. Great.
All right. So what do we want to do next? Let's
talk about UFOs.
UFOs. CBS's international. Oh, see, dude, it just did it. It blanked on me again, but they're still here. Okay. CBS's international shaming of Picard is disgraceful. Yeah, I saw Doomcock's video cabbie for $2. Thanks.
Oh yeah.
For them to come out and say that shit, it's just they're so dumb.
I just like, I was urged to do it, and it was always a chance to do a Star Trek video these days because they tend to tank or die, but this one's doing pretty decent, pretty good.
Yeah.
And I'm glad because I really wanted to say these things. That's why I just said, oh, screw it. Even if nobody watches it, this needs to be said. So I was very happy to be able to do it. It made me discuss. I mean, Jesus Christ, it explains so much. These people are insane.
They are.
And CBS putting that on the StarTrek.com website says to me, 100% truth. This is accurate. They stand behind it. Okay. Fair enough. Thank you for the honesty. Now I'm going to go ahead and comment on this.
Yeah. What a bunch of idiots. But thank you. I'm thankful they're that dumb. Casey Osowski for $5. There's a little cash so you can live a little better while you uncover the truth for us. Thank you, Casey. And we will keep trying. Unfortunately, we can't talk about all of it here, and we're just going to have to take it off platform, which I have no problem doing. I at least DLive is a little bit wonky, but you can say whatever you want over there. So that's where we can take this thing. And I have a solution. I have found a solution. So it might be, just the permanent home for the ExoZone once I tell you about it after the show, Doomcock. Because it's a pretty easy solution.
Isn't that cryptocurrency or something?
It is, but there's another way around it. You can go around that.
There is. Okay.
There is. The Kelvington for $20. I think the 2004 UFOs might be drones, or that's what the Navy seems to be saying. They can't be though. The Kelvington. I mean, that's the Navy saying their official stance is they're unidentified. If they are drones, we're screwed. We're screwed unless they're ours, because the drone went from the atmosphere to the surface of the ocean in 3/4 of a second. 3/4 of a second.
Yeah.
That's impossible. And it didn't make a sonic boom.
Yeah.
You know, and these things weren't that small. Okay. They're like a bus.
Yes.
They're like as big as a bus, you know, they're as big as the plane.
Are they?
And there's a bigger one. There was a bigger one in the ocean. Remember?
Yeah. The weird USO that the helicopter guy saw down there coming up, which would have been freaky as hell, by the way.
Yep.
I mean, the fact that the guy still went down there after that is just
no. Some of those guys just have balls, man. They just straight up have huevos. You know,
well,
God bless them for it. Yeah. So I want to get to Tunguska. Always been fascinated by Tunguska. Yeah, I'm sure it was just a meteor, but the devastation from that thing. God, if that happened over a city, where, you know, that's some real shit to worry about. Not like what we got going on now. I mean,
I mean, that would be such widespread and instant devastation. It would be just stunning.
What I don't get is the trees that are still standing.
Yes.
What the fuck?
That's very weird.
How that's so random that there's like just a couple of trees still standing. An intriguing new theory about what has been offered for what caused the legendary 2008 Tunguska event. Scientists studying the strange incident in which a mysterious blast from some kind of a mysterious blast of some kind flattened a whopping 80 million trees over an area of 830 square miles in Siberia, have long suspected that it was caused by a meteor striking the Earth. However, a recently published paper reportedly calls the hypothesis into question, instead put forward a rather fantastic alternative explanation. Siberian scientists studying the case argue that the Tunguska event was actually a result of a sizable iron asteroid entering the Earth's atmosphere, skimming the planet, then shooting back out into space. The bold idea was based on mathematical models which explored different scenarios wherein asteroids of varying size, composition, and trajectory interacted with the Earth. Through this process, researchers were able to rule out an icy ball and a rocky object as the culprits for the best, and in turn determined that it was most likely an iron asteroid. Now, I've often wondered about that, Doomcock.
Yeah.
Do we ever, I mean, you know, like Mars looks like it's been scraped.
Mm-hmm.
You know, does that happen? It must happen. I mean, does everything just come crashing down, or does one like just, you know, sideswipe it? Can that happen, or is the gravity pulled in? See, I don't know.
Well, in the case of Mars, I mean, there's been, like we've talked about before, there's been a hell of a case to be made that it was inhabited and there was some kind of nuclear exchange or event that, you know, basically blew the damn thing to hell and kind of, you know, blasted a lot of the atmosphere away or burned it away. And if that's the case, then that would explain like it being scraped clean, and also the atmosphere being thinned would cease to protect it as much from collisions and events much smaller than those that would impact Earth. So I don't know, but I mean, one of the theories I've heard about this, it's actually what I thought you were going to talk about. Is antimatter. I've heard that
doesn't matter. Sorry.
Huh?
I said, does that mean it doesn't matter? Sorry, bad joke. Bad joke.
Well, it doesn't matter to us or them anymore, but at the time it was rather relevant. But you know, it could have been like some bit of antimatter that came down and kaboom. You know, it's just that's
interesting. No,
yeah,
I never thought about that. That would cause massive, and it probably wouldn't be that much, right? So,
right,
shit.
I don't know though. I mean, has anybody actually found the asteroids
No.
or meteor shards or anything from that, or are they saying it was vaporized? Or I mean, do we know anything about that at all?
No, I've always assumed, I didn't know they were even looking into the asteroid theory, because you would see a crater. I always assumed that it just exploded in the atmosphere and the compression just flattened everything below it, because that happens all the time. So, I mean,
Yeah.
not all the time, but geologically and in the age of the Earth, it happened all the time. And then, of course, think about the solar system. Think about how dotted our moon is with meteors and Mars and other things. And then we have that giant asteroid belt, which, I know a lot of scientists say it wasn't a planet, but I think it was a planet. I think it was a fucking planet.
Where did it come from?
Yeah. A planet that didn't form. It's like, really? I think it's more of a planet that exploded and all the shrapnel went through because something horrible happened in this solar system. We have planets tilted over on their side, and Venus doesn't make any sense. It's too hot.
Yeah.
And our moon doesn't make any sense at all. So something devastated our solar system at some time or another. But
damn right. Yeah, it did. Velikovsky and stuff. I mean, did he address that? The asteroid belt. I mean, isn't that like part of his theory?
Yeah, it is. And it's an interesting theory that, all of the myths, all the ancient myths came from people actually witnessing this stuff in the sky, and they gave names to it. And Venus was a comet in some theories that just petered out or something. I don't know. It's strange how much, we can't get over to Venus and do much. That's why we don't, it's so close and we can send things over there, but we can't get through the clouds and,
plus, all the proto molecule over there, I don't want to fuck with it.
I don't want to mess with that either.
No. I'm such a dork. I know. It's a nasty place. Venus is a very, very, very nasty place. And, don't they have like sulfuric acid clouds? And it's just as awful a place as ever was invented, I think.
It is hell. It is straight up hell. The model which best matched what occurred in 1908 indicated that the iron interceptor was approximately 320 to 600 feet in diameter and zipped across at 1,800 miles of the Earth's atmosphere before exiting back into space. This brief moment, researchers say, would generate the force seen in the ground in Tunguska and explain why there is no crater that can be connected with the event. The scientists behind the paper also noted that the theory accounts for optical effects associated with the strong distance of high layers of the atmosphere over Europe, which caused a bright glow of the night sky. So people in Europe saw a glow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think I'd heard that actually.
Yeah, that's interesting.
But boy, I tell you, that certainly doesn't rule out something like antimatter.
Oh, dustiness. A strong dustiness of high layers. I can see I'm retarded.
Oh, okay.
Of the atmosphere over Europe, which caused a bright glow of the night sky. Interesting.
That's a weird idea though, that it would actually like come down and then swoop out again.
Yeah. Like skipping a rock over water. It would just come through our atmosphere. Yeah. Something 600 feet, that. Something 600 feet. I don't care. I guess it's the speed, but I thought the Earth is big and 600 feet is not big. And I don't care how fast it would have to be going real fast for it not to get pulled down in the Earth's atmosphere.
Yeah.
Gravity.
I don't, and why would it, I would think it would have to have a lot more mass to do that much damage with a skimming event. I don't have my, asteroid mass calculator here, but I don't know. That doesn't seem very likely to me.
I believe
seems more likely that the thing like came in hot and heavy and somehow broke up, high above the area and spread out the shockwave and blew it, either disintegrated or it blew into such fine pieces that it can't really find a trace. I don't think it impacted, but I think it detonated, perhaps. I don't know. But this doesn't, I mean, I don't know, I guess
it sounds like, I mean, it's probably one of those theories that it could have happened, but it probably
shooting
didn't.
back out into space is a Muamua.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That's weird.
Considering that 1,800 miles an hour is pretty much how fast a meteor comes in from space anyway. I mean, there are varying speeds, but
sure.
I think that was how fast the Yucatan event came in. They estimate. I don't think.
Which is the Yucatan event?
I said the dinosaur event. I forgot. The one in the Yucatan. Did you know there's been others that are way worse than that? Like that wasn't even the worst mass extinction of our planet. Not even there's ones that were much, much worse. So
no.
Yeah.
Well, that's
you don't want to listen to too much Randall Carlson, man. Randall Carlson, I love it, but it creeps you out, man. And by the time that guy's done with his lectures, you're like, life is good. I enjoy life. And I want it to be long. And that's why
I know, man. I mean, one of the things that's got me down is there's so much negativity. I mean, and so much bad, potentially apocalyptic news, like today, there was an article I saw on Twitter about the Earth's magnetic field may be weakening. And, the magnetic field is one of the things that protects us. And, if it's weakening, then that's not good.
Yeah,
that's really not
there's
good.
Something, something's moving, but it has been for a long time. It weakens, it gets strong, and it's happened before.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know what? Twitter's ridiculous. I saw something on Twitter that was just so utterly stupid, and it trends there, and that makes me feel better when I see something ridiculously dumb trend. I'm like, oh, okay, it's just Twitter. And that's why I don't spend any time over there. It's not even worth it.
Me now, a lot less. It's just not advisable at this time.
Yeah. Nobody needs. You don't need anything adding to your stress. Now is that there is a great positive out of this. We now have time, because we have no choice, to get to that stuff we always meant to get to. Like George R. R. Martin has time to write The Winds of Winter. I have time to go through my comic books. It's like, I have time to work in my backyard. Now, this is theoretical. I haven't done any of this yet because I actually don't have the time, but I plan to take it. We all have time to do stuff now.
Theoretically,
we'll see if it happens. But hey, if you don't do it, then you know what? I'm just not going to do it, and it's fine.
That's a tough thing to face up to, though, man.
I didn't do it. Maybe I just need to throw everything away in my garage. But I used to have this theory until a thing that I lived by until I met Mrs. Neurotic, which was, if it was in my garage in a box and I haven't opened it in a year, it's out of here.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So, no, that's all long gone now, but, that's, because, I don't want to get overwhelmed with stuff. I remember the words of, the first thing Jamie Newbold told me when I bought the comic store. He said, "Don't get buried under your stuff. Don't let your stuff rule your life. Don't let your comic, your inventory rule your life. Keep that thing tight. And don't get overwhelmed by it, because it's easy to do. You buy too much stuff and you forget about it, and then you can't move it anywhere, and you end up having to dump it or get rid of it. And it was good advice. It was good advice.
It is. I'm just too much of a hoarder and greedy pack rat, and so as a result, I'm buried under stuff. So there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was too for a long time. So, and I'm not perfect at it. What's this? This is from last week.
Last week.
And last
Oh, and
week.
speaking of last week's ExoZone, right now I'm uploading the Super Chat Square Up for ExoZone and the Last Inquisition that was on my channel to the Harvey Zone right now. So it should be up there very soon. If you recall last week, ExoZone was so scathing, so hot, so topical, so dangerous that it brought down the entirety of YouTube, and we were forced to desist. And then once we did, it came back up. So those are the facts of the matter, are they not?
That is the fact. I mean, it is this and the Inquisition, YouTube's most dangerous shows.
Definitely. Definitely. I mean, geez, if they'll even take you know, the entirety of YouTube down rather than allow us to speak, I don't know what to tell you. It's a very disturbing thing. It's kind of like on the Young Ones when the toaster explodes and Neil says, "Oh, the toaster would rather kill itself than be used by me." And that was YouTube that day.
Gonna make some lentil soup.
Oh, right. It's well heavy, man. Yeah, I love the Young Ones, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Huge fan of the Young Ones.
Well, we got another blurry Bigfoot picture. Another backyard Bigfoot, Navajo Reservation. The last time I reported on the Crypto Four Corners investigation.
Bigfoot.
Yes. It was a location near the San Juan River in the vicinity of Four Corners. It is the homestead of George Harvey, including his mother and his siblings. George, a homestead. You know, we might all be living in homesteads again by again. George, seriously, my in-laws might be moving in with us. So we'll need a homestead for that. George had previously chronicled the behavior of the Sasquatch.
Be the Beekler compound.
Yes. Oh, that'd be awesome. A compound. I've always wanted a compound. It chronicled the behavior of Sasquatch during the many years his family has lived on the property. Crypto Corners. I like that. George Harvey, Nicholas I'll just say Baggy, because it's actually his last name is B. Gay. Nicholas B. Gay, and the rest of the.
It's like Johnny B. Good.
It says B. Gay, B-E-G. I know.
Johnny B. Gay.
Johnny B. Gay. And the rest of the Crypto Four Corners have been investigating local sightings, while J.C. Johnson continues to research areas in northern Minnesota. Recently, the team documented a furry one. Oh, there's so many jokes right there.
Furry one.
The furry one.
No. So we've got B Gay and we've got furry one in this story. Something's going on here.
No, this guy's like sitting on the reservation. Goes, "You want to fuck with some white folks?"
She walked in through the back door. She wore a red. Go ahead. Sorry.
No. We'll call in these cryptozoologists and we'll tell them we saw a furry one. We'll tell them, "What's your name?" Phil McCrevis and Nicholas B. Gay.
Hey, where did you see this furry one? Well, he was wearing leather and he was downtown in this club.
I called my
Oil
friend,
Can Harry's.
Yes. I called my friend Mike Hunt and Hugh Janus, and they saw it too. Rusty Bed Spring by IP Nightly. Recently, the team documented a furry one sighting that took place approximately 5 miles from George's Harvey's homestead. The location is still within the Navajo Reservation and along the San Juan River. The particular sighting is believed to be one of the family group members from the previous habitation report. So they've seen it before. The small family group is part of a larger clan of approximately 17 individuals who roam within 100 square mile range. Maybe they feel safer on the reservation. I could actually buy that because I don't think these things are dumb if they exist. And there it is. Okay, so it looks like a dot.
That is some seriously dedicated cruising, though, by the furry ones.
Yes.
I mean, they're really cruising 100-mile radius. They are. Well, the pickings are slim. The pickings are slim.
They are. You got to kind of feel bad for the furry ones there. They're stuck with what they got.
Oh,
you know,
the poor furry ones.
You know,
things were better in New York and San Francisco. I'll tell you that.
They were. They were. Honestly, I mean, if Bigfoot exists, I'm kind of glad at this point that we've never found it. It's probably way better off. Because in all seriousness, I'll never forget that one where Art Bell was asking the guy, it's like, do you think we'll be able to ever prove it without killing one? He said, no, we'll have to kill one for sure. And that would suck.
Oh yeah, I don't like that. But what the hell am I looking at?
This is that's
this picture of the furry one photo enlarged. I mean, well, I can't. I mean, I'm looking at it, and I mean, the thing that comes to mind looking at that
is bush.
Is it looks like a swastika without the swa.
Yeah,
it's just
I can't tell. So here's the guy.
Well, it looks like a blob. I mean, it's a Rorschach.
So I guess they live down there. Yeah, it does. It does.
He's pointing down there. He's saying, "I seen him." Well, I mean, I'm making a joke, but I don't see it at all. Can you help me to?
It's in the yellow circle
to see what it's supposed to be.
And here's the enlarged picture.
Well, I know.
No, it's like so. Can you see my cursor?
I'm saying, help me figure out where the head is. And
I can't. I don't know. Hang on. Let me see if I can blow this up.
I'm just trying to. I can't make it out at all. I mean, if anything, it actually
there's his balls and there's his butt. And no, I don't know how you get anything out of that.
Actually, it looks like one of the aliens from the end of Close Encounters of the Third Kind. I mean, it looks like the tall neck and the head, and those are the shoulders going down behind the rocks, like it's peeking up from the rocks. It sure as hell doesn't look like a Bigfoot to me, but it looks a bit like an alien. Do you see that?
I can't see any. I see it. To me,
you see what I'm saying? Like the bulb.
It looks like a gorilla walking back. I mean, on a rock. Now, to get some perspective, they do show the dude sitting on a rock. Hang on. Sitting on the same rock.
I don't get it at all, man.
Yeah,
I can't see it. Just,
the witness took the photos of the Bigfoot. Unfortunately,
that's weird.
The cell phone only had 1.1 megapixel camera. JC suggests using a minimum of 5 megapixels. Will somebody get these guys a good fucking, if they're seeing Bigfoots every day, I'll buy you a 5D, a Canon 5 fucking D with a telephoto lens. You know what? All that.
If you'll get us some good Bigfoot footage.
Shit. You see all that ink he's got in his arm right there? That would buy you a Canon 5D right there.
Yeah.
That is a lot, unless he's getting it for free. That's a lot of coin going in ink. I like the terrain though. Damn.
Do you see on the rock face? It looks like it does, but do you see it looks like Mount Rushmore, like right where your cursor is, looks like an alien head.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. Look at that.
Do you see that in the rock? Like in profile, see the eye and the cheekbone, and it looks kind of cross.
Oh, that
Mount Rushmore of aliens.
When we get to the DMT story, I'll tell you this acid story of a guy who never came back from a trip, who we hung out with to this very day.
No.
Never came back. He's gone and he ain't coming back.
Oh, shit.
George Harvey points out the ravine where Bigfoot has been traveling and hiding. Nicholas Begay mentioned that he traversed the rock face and ravine where the Bigfoot was seen and where it was where it traveled. He explained that these beings regularly sit on the rocks watching people in traffic. If that is true, that's hilarious. Like everybody's looking for Bigfoot. They're like counting cars. They're like, I spy a Volvo, that would be hilarious. George climbed up to the bluff and indicated where the brush.
They're human spotting.
Right, human sets, yeah. Figure out who they're going to eat that night. Trampled the entire length of the rock face. He believes it's possible that the Bigfoot sleep there since it offers decent cover. There is also a natural spring that runs along the ravine. Again, Like it makes perfect sense that they would be on a reservation because they'd be left alone. Watch the you can watch the video. It gives an excellent perspective of how
true.
let me see if it's a YouTube video. Hang on. Is it just
well? I
them
bet
talking?
the video doesn't have any.
No, it's just them talking. Well,
let's see.
Beautiful. Here, let me let me share it
with the alien head
with some sound. Hang on, I mean, if anything, we could see some nice outside, which none of us could see.
Nicholas B. Gay was traversing the crevice.
He was traversing the crevice.
He was traversing the crevice. I mean, the ravine. Excuse me.
Oh my God, this is like 2015. It wasn't a crevice.
That was a Freudian slip.
I'll be up here near our Canadian neighbors for a few more months, I believe, with some projects.
Rogue.
I can't see it.
I'm gonna let them.
You can't see it.
Recount their story.
Are you doing your fancy Streamlab or?
No, it should be up. You can't see it.
No, I see a little circle that's going in a.
Oh, maybe I'm seeing it. Let me see how it's looking at.
No, I don't see it.
To the rest of the folks.
But that's okay. It's just in StreamYard. I'm not seeing it, but that's okay. You're probably doing it through something else.
No, I'm doing it on StreamYard,
and that's fine.
Duke,
I don't want to hold things up.
Pointing at.
Well, it's weird. I don't see it at all.
I noticed that there was like a black figure like sitting on a rock.
Can you guys see it?
And I took.
Yeah, we can see it.
Yeah, I don't see it. Oh, now I see it finally. Okay, there I see it.
Took some pictures, but he's the first one to come out and actually see the black figure, and I'll let you talk to him.
I was just playing basketball out here, just doing my own thing in here. For some reason, I just looked up and I saw a black figure, like where he is right there. He was just sitting there in here, like he started to move his hand. He was like this, and then after that, he like stood up, and then he looked at me, then he sat down. And then he just kept on looking at us for a long time. And here, we were just waiting for it like to go away. And it wouldn't. He was just sitting there. And that's all.
They got a photo documentation. They took pictures.
Then he asked me if I had any poppers.
And we can put it into the study, and we will show you more. And this concludes our interview.
Earlier, when I was climbing up this ravine right here, I went up on the high side. It is very difficult to not leave footprints behind. And so what we were thinking is these guys, they'll call up in the crevice where all the green is growing. You can see areas where they just push down branches. You got little tunnels here.
I knew there'd be a crevice.
Where they'll just sit and watch the traffic or people down here as they go about their daily business. Now, if you can see way up there by the Russian olive tree, I crawled up there. I didn't have a camera with me, so you got to take my word on it. There's another area where they just sit and they just watch. And that's all these guys do. They're like watching TV. They're just sitting there watching this sitcom.
The sitcom.
All right.
It probably is.
About that area where we were. They eat their berries right there. There's a trail that comes down right in here, and
there's probably four of them up there, and they go,
"Yep,
yep."
Brush was all broken and pushed down to where they walk. And there's more berries here. I think they stay right in the crevice, so not to be seen out here out in the open, but they stay in the trees and in the cracks all the way down to where it was witnessed at. Our tree right there at the bottom. That's where there's a little hangout in the dark area where you see now.
Seems way too open for Bigfoot,
it's about a good 8 feet. I could stand fully tall.
I know. There's nowhere for them to hide and evade.
I can't touch the top of the
seeing these efforts all the time.
And also, all the branches are all crushed and laid down. Something is.
That's pretty. I mean, there's not a lot of people on that land though. So they are in the middle of nowhere right there.
No.
So I mean, like. Yeah, my most recent road trip.
I mean, that's true, but
no, dude, I just remember driving through New Mexico and I didn't see a soul for hour and a half. So it's yeah. It's interesting. I would love there to be a Bigfoot. I really would.
It's weird though. Well, I know, and there may well be, but I don't know if they would be in desert areas. I don't know. I mean, wouldn't it be too hot and there's not enough cover? I don't know.
No,
I mean, on the other hand, you're right. It is a reservation. So, I mean, and these guys are pretty laid back. I mean, shit, if these guys will put up with dogs in trench coats smoking, I think that they'll probably, not even bat an eye at a couple of big feet.
Probably not. Probably not. Let's get to a couple super chats here. Man. NK33 for $2. We are living in a Tom Clancy novel, Executive Order. It kind of feels like it. That's a good description there. Hopefully it has a Tom Clancy ending where our hero saves the day.
Yeah, I don't know. I hope not. It's weird. It's almost more like the first part of a Stephen King novel, like, part 1, all
right,
Timmy. And then we're going to go to Edna and it's going to get part 2. Edna is going to be much worse.
Yeah. We're all stuck in some town in Maine with our childhood friends. And we all grew up hating each other. I find the idea of aliens sending these advanced UFOs more comforting than the idea of China or Russia has tech that advanced. Stargate 404 for $5. I agree with you 100%. I would much rather it be aliens, because that would be a chance for us to at least unite.
Yeah.
Because if China has that drone, we are screwed. And it's just a matter of time.
Yes.
Alfred McKay for
and who would they have got it from?
That's the question. There's no way we could have come up with that tech and kept it quiet.
They don't really, right? But I mean, generally, they seem to come up with things after other people do, and it's like, I don't know. That's weird.
Alfred McKay gives us a thumbs up for Canadian, $1.99. Thank you very much. And Darth Hastur gives us a unicorn for $1.49, a phallic unicorn. Thank you very much. Stargate 404 once again.
Thank you.
And then it just jumped on me. Hang on, sorry, it just majorly jumped on me.
Technical problems.
Yeah. Are you getting a delay on my end? Or on your end? Sorry, not my end, your end. It feels like you're responding a little later. Maybe it's on my end. You're getting a delay?
Yes, I am getting like weird pauses. I don't know. I've definitely been getting a delay, and I thought maybe that or something.
It's probably StreamYard.
Like you're fiddling with tech stuff or something. Is it? Because I'll say something and then I'll wait, and then you'll say something. So it's a little odd.
Yeah, we're like
just now.
Off. Yeah, we're a second off. Maybe if you jump back in and jump back out again,
what the hell?
It might fix it. Yeah, because like I'm smooth on my end, but no, StreamYard's.
Okay, let me try that. And remember, I said the video isn't displaying.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. He's going to try to jump back in, because I was like, I don't think he's hearing me. How's it sounding on your guys' end? Sorry about that. But man, StreamYards, right before you jump in on StreamYards, they have a little disclaimer saying our platform is not acting very well right now. So that might be it. In the meantime, I'll read some more super chats. Doomcock will be right back, ladies and gentlemen. There he is. Here he is. Can you hear me now?
And just came right back in. So I hope this will be better.
Okay. How's this?
Nope.
Nope.
That was bad. I mean, I said that all that, and then there was a long pause before you replied.
That sucks.
No. I mean, are you hearing? I mean,
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
are you hearing me?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the delay
Well,
must be on
I
your
had said
end.
something when I first came in, and then there was a long pause.
How about now?
Well, that's weird. I wonder why.
Internet connection.
Well, I'm hearing you now.
You are?
Internet. Yeah, I'm hearing you just fine.
Yeah, there's like a delay.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah. So, yeah, this is going to be.
Well, I'm sorry, man.
Why don't we, so let's try to back
You
out.
think is it any different way that we're hooking up, or is it?
No, I think it's probably the internet connection on your end, because I'm getting everything pretty smooth.
And also,
My
I'm getting
connection's
some
pretty
droppage
strong.
from you as well.
Are you? They
Let
can hear.
me get
they
out.
can hear both of us in the
and I'll
chat.
pop back
So
in.
yeah, I think it's your I think it's on your side.
Yeah, let me get out and I'll pop back in.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna read some super chats.
Well, shit.
Okay. 13th warrior. Ever taken the Palm Springs tram to the top of San Jacinto Peak? Beautiful trip and state park. Yes, many times. Mrs. Nerdrotic hates it. She doesn't like heights. But did you know when you take the tram up the San Jacinto Peak? By the way, I have climbed that mountain too, 13th warrior, a couple of times. So you go over, I believe it's 6 of the world's climates. You go from desert to snow in one trip. Captain Spire for $2. I keep pitching Dan Aykroyd to look in on the ExoZone. Thanks. I appreciate that. The ExoZone, God, it's frustrating, man.
That would be awesome, wouldn't it?
Oh, God, it'd be great. It's just frustrating. We can't speak freely, that's what the ExoZone is supposed to be about.
Yeah.
Freaking frustrating.
Yep. Supposed to be just a fun thing that we do together. And the fact that we can't speak freely sucks.
Yeah. It's like, we can't even start this off because people do check in on the live streams. A lot of people do check in on the live streams. We can start off by going, hey, YouTube, we're not serious about that. I mean, we believe in it. We're not serious, but we're not trying to push an agenda. We're just talking. We're adults talking. You know what? If it makes you feel better, I'll not monetize these videos. Fine. You don't have to have any advertisers worried about it. I don't care. Just whatever. By the way, a quick disclaimer for the mods, and this is going to go for my main channel too, because I this became an issue Friday night. So, and I didn't think about it very much until my live stream started getting ghosted this week. So the F word is not okay in the chat. And if you want to say the F word, use F, 2 asterisks and a K, because it does affect the monetization. Plus, before I start my live streams, I check a box saying that, we're safe for YouTube. Now, I know it sucks. Yay, free speech. I'm all about it. But I mean, it's not necessary. If you want it, you can get your point across by exactly that, Jeff Raleigh. So somebody got really upset because they couldn't see the F word, and one of my mods took them out because the previous rule had been no F words. And now it's back to that because it's YouTube, guys. Sorry. And I want to try to get my look at it this way. Okay. Yeah, you got to bend the knee to YouTube sometimes, and it sucks. I wish we could speak freely, but it kind of goes with my philosophy on life. If you want to change the rules, you got to play the game, and this is their game. This is YouTube's place, and if I'm going to be here and if I'm going to be effective at all, I can only be effective if I'm here. Now, I can stand by my principles all day long, and I'll say F wherever I want to, and I'll speak. Yeah, and you'll be by yourself, speaking freely with your principles, getting your word out to absolutely no one. So it sucks. Again, I don't like it. I know there's some folks that I subscribe to that do not believe that at all. They are free speech absolutists, and we need them in this world, but your message ain't going to get out to anybody. Not right now, not as long as they control everything. So what we have to do is be clever, try to find our ways around it. That's the way I've always adapted in life. There's a way to stay here, get your point across. And yeah, occasionally you got to play by the rules, and it sucks. And this is somebody who has authority issues. Okay. So we're going to do that from here on out, both Nerdrotic Live. And that keeps it, say frack, say frel. That's fine. If you need to say F, just say F asterisk K. My feeling is the person who really wanted to say F, didn't care about the channel that much anyway. So that's fine. And I'm sorry if it makes some people mad.
No, that's true. I think that's true for me as well, Gary. No, I feel the same way. It's weird, this lag. We didn't have it before we started.
No, we didn't. Let me try.
I mean, we were talking fine. So it's weird.
Let me give me a second here.
I'll try something too. Hold on just a sec.
Hang on, folks.
Okay. Yeah, listen, I want to say the same thing on my channel as well. That may be why I'm getting ghosted. So let's my mods and everything really be on that. And I'll even try to see if we can ban that word. Can we ban that word in like settings or something? I think we can.
There are words you can ban. I don't know if it's in the live stream chat, but there are words you can ban on your channel completely. And I have there's like 4 words I ban, and they're all like, just racist stuff. So, and I mean, people can find ways around them.
Right.
Listen, 99.9% of the time, everybody's cool. Okay. I understand that. And like, dude, trolls are trolls. The world needs them. They're a good thing. They are. I understand it. But, there's been a lot of weird stuff going on with the channel now. It could be YouTube. It could be just YouTube figuring things out during the lockdown, skeleton crew, blah, blah, blah. I understand that. But these streams getting ghosted is a real issue. And it's not just happening to me. It's happening to you. It's happening to EFAP. It's happening to Jeremy. It's happening to absolutely everyone. And YouTube, I have been on YouTube for 2 months to get a goddamn answer. So I'm about to make a video. This is my first time I've ever made one of these videos where I'm calling out YouTube, and I'm probably going to do it because I don't know what else to do. And hopefully one of the bigger channels can get a hold of it, and they can, just get YouTube to address the goddamn issue. Just tell us like, hey, it's a bandwidth thing or something. We'll understand. And listen, YouTube's best practices are going to get called into play eventually. This is going to happen, folks. The state of California will eventually turn on them, and like they turned on all the other business owners who are hiring contract people, and they will create another goddamn law, which is the last thing we need. We need just communication. That's all. It's frustrating as hell, man.
Yes.
Okay, so I cut the internet on my other computer. That's the only thing I can think of.
Let me see if I can go do something. See if there's anything else. Hold on.
Yeah, now I'm going to read super chat. It's Captain Spire. Thank you for doing that, man. I really appreciate that. You're like really cool. I appreciate you. Have you fellows watched Dark on Netflix? Inquisitor B1312. We both have watched Dark. I have not completed it. It's freaking magnificent. Got Jeremy into it, and he loves it too. Dark is good stuff. As a matter of fact, I think it's better than Stranger Things. I think it's better in a lot of ways. Stranger Things season 1 was great, like perfection. And it hasn't been that, it's been okay. Season 3, I don't know, a little repetitive. That's all. I like the actors, the kids, they're charming. They're great. But yeah, it
wasn't as good as before.
No. That, you know what? I know how much I like something.
So is this any better, or am I still lagging?
I don't know. Can you hear me right now?
I hear you right now. Can you hear me?
Okay. That's like 1001, 1002.
God. All right. I don't know. I don't know what the hell's going on.
I don't either, man. We could.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay. We're I could read some super chats and we can wrap it up. It's I have had no luck. Yesterday, my live
I don't know
streams
what
were
the
messed
hell.
up.
Yeah.
And now today, there must be something going on the platform. I don't know. Friday night, okay, well, YouTube blinked out a week ago, right? And it's been weird ever since. It's been weird ever since.
Yeah. So maybe it's just the weird connectivity. I mean, going on YouTube, because earlier you and I were talking together before this and it was just perfectly fine.
Yeah. Well, hey, tell you what, why don't I jump out and then jump back in? Let's see if that works. Hang tight.
Okay.
I'm going to go all the way out. So give me a sec.
Okay. I will just talk. Greetings, my friends. I am Dictor Van Doomcock, the future ruler of Earth. And we're just waiting for Gary to arrive. Blowing out of the east like a zephyr. Or Mary Poppins come to set some little moppets' lives straight. You know, she's going to blow in with her parrot umbrella and say, I'm not Princess Leia. Don't worry.
Neither am I.
You're not Princess Leia?
No. Not today.
How is the lag now?
All right. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I hear you just now.
That's pretty close. That's good enough. That's good enough.
Okay, good.
Yes.
I'm glad. Thank God.
Yes. But now there's something weird happening. Okay. So hang on. There's something. So this happened to me. No, this happened to me yesterday. The inside of my studio wasn't syncing up to what's going on outside. So I'm getting two different numbers of people watching the show. So now I got to see which one is right. Yeah.
God.
No, this is
weird.
It's me. Maybe I got in the doghouse or something. I don't know.
It's like you did not show the proper appreciation.
Yeah. My YouTube video. No, I didn't.
The help person.
No, I didn't. So yeah, my YouTube studio's got the wrong number of people watching, but that's fine.
But I think we're hearing each other better now.
We are.
So there's that at least.
Yeah. Yeah.
Holy crap.
It's ridiculous.
This sucks, man.
This totally sucks. I'm going to knock out some windows here and hopefully that helps.
Let me see if I can close anything too.
And let's go to Chrononaut. Chrononaut. Is it possible to be ours? A good book. Nick. It is possible to be ours. A good book. Nick Cook. The Hunt for 0 Point Inside the Classified World of Anti-Gravity Technology. Yes, I am completely aware that they were patenting anti-gravity technology in the 50s, in the 40s. And they got that from the Germans, Project Paperclip. And then all the patents went dark. So everything went classified in the 50s. So we don't know if they either stopped working on it or they kept working on it. I do believe we've made inroads. I don't think we can put a human being in a vessel and do it though. Drone, maybe. So answer me this. Then an aspect of our government is fucking with our pilots. Do you know what that would do? That would straight up cause a war in between two of our branch services. Like, do you think the freaking Navy would put up for one goddamn second some black project is fucking with our billion-dollar planes and our pilots? And I know they're dark and I know they're the CIA, but goddamn, go fuck with Mexico or something. Sorry, Mexico. But I mean, like, do not F with our own pilots, for Christ's sake. So it's either that or it's a Bond villain. Okay, which I guess it's possible. It's Tesla, it's Elon.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, it's Elon. He gave his drone to Grimes, and she dropped a bunch of E and started fucking with our pilots. I don't know. I don't think Chrononaut. I don't think we have anything that can do that yet. I mean, because I don't know.
I don't either.
Did you guys look into like the speeds that they were talking about and what this thing was doing? I mean, shit. Then if we have that kind of technology,
It's
then
very weird.
it's really weird. I mean, sure.
Yeah, I don't think so, man. I don't buy it. I just don't buy it.
That technology is hundreds of years ahead of what we can do. Not 10, not 20, hundreds. I mean, that's basically Star Trek shit. We can go into space at this point. If we can do that with a drone, then we can certainly figure out a way to make it a little bigger, put a human being in there, and we're shooting people to Pluto. I mean, I mean, guys, like Chrononaut, I'm sure you looked into it as much as I did. I've read everything on this. Okay. I've read everything on this. I've seen every lecture on this. I have watched all the TV shows. They're very repetitive. There's certain information we don't get. Okay. We get estimated speeds and some stuff like that, but there's some things they're not telling us. So you got to keep that in mind, that the Navy is not telling us probably most things, and they're coming out and calling this unidentified. And if the Navy doesn't think it's us. And if they did, they wouldn't come out in public and they would be trying to squash this. That would be my take on it. I could be wrong.
It'd be interesting if it was another branch of the military, and to cover it up, the Pentagon has released this, or to placate the Navy because they're not telling the Navy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, sure. Certainly. I mean, God, yes. Look at what we've done to our soldiers in the past. I do believe.
Weird,
I think that the reason we got disclosures, I think there is a war going on within the Pentagon, a Cold War of information. There's two factions. I think as America is split down the middle, I think it's a little more to one side right now than other. But I think the same goes for the government. So naturally, especially within our security, we've seen a lot of weird stuff that I wish I could talk about, but I can't. Mars and Venus went to war, destroying each other. Refugees fled to prehistoric Earth and became Homo sapiens and Neanderthals. Not true, but fun idea. No, that's well, we don't think it's true, Stargate 404, but it's something I actually entertain. It is that we are Martians.
Oh yeah,
I have absolutely entertained that thought.
Oh yeah, or hybrids or something.
Yeah,
it's definitely something potentially weird there. That's for sure.
Yeah. So what do you think happened to the Neanderthals? Do you think we killed them all, or do you think we just assimilated through having lots of sex with them, or I don't know. Furious Geezer.
I don't know. That's really weird.
Yeah. Furious.
I don't know what. I don't know what.
The delay's getting worse again. This must be.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, it's not your fault, man. It's not your fault. It might be my channel. Maybe I'm in some kind of fucking YouTube doghouse right now. I don't know. I don't know why. This is a completely separate channel, but I'm starting to have the same issues. Maybe it's my weird connect. Maybe it's Comcast. I don't know. I hate Comcast anyway. They know it. God damn. When
They know it. They know that I'm onto them. They know I don't like them.
Hey, when I signed back up with them, they hit me up for a box I forgot to send back fucking 7 years ago. And I'm like, and I sent the thing back. I sent it. I gave them a tracking number, and then luckily I found the tracking number. So they tried to hit me up for a box that I sent back to them. And yeah, 7 years ago. Those fuckers hold a grudge. God damn it. Hail the ExoZone, says Michelle P for $1.99. Hail. Check out Capturing
They
the
never
Light.
forget.
They never forget. Check out Capturing the Light on Prime. If you haven't seen it, it's a head trip. Also, Mirage Men it's an important one. Furious Geezer, thank you for the $6. I will check them both out. Amazon Prime has some good woo-woo shit for sure. Apex Tyrannus for $10. The explanation for Mars' current status is it was hit by a planet-sized object about 1 billion years ago, which vaporized the ocean, caused global eruptions, destroying the atmosphere, was like Earth before. Yeah, I mean, there's absolutely, I can believe that. It looks something cataclysmic hit it. I think that big canyon looks like a scrape. It doesn't look like it was formed by water or anything. It looks like something scooped it out. Like, so it looks like to me. And I think there's some weird shit on Mars that they are hiding from us. And I think I know why. What Doomcock, why do you think they are suppressing information from Mars? If they are, what would you think their motivation would be?
That's really weird. I don't know why they would do that, Gary. I think that I think they just simply don't want to acknowledge that life existed on Mars in the first place. I think that basically is the situation. If they want to go ahead and acknowledge about what happened to Mars's atmosphere, or that there was some kind of nuclear event, or that, the monuments are real up there. Well, that raises a whole lot of questions that up until now they were trying to resist asking, or answering. They don't want to get into that territory. So I think it probably is as simple as that.
Yeah.
And by the way, I just ran a speed check on my internet is absolutely crappy right now, dude. It's my connection.
Oh. It is. God, that's a bummer. Yeah, mine's at. Hang on.
I think it's my connection. I mean, it's awful. It's awful right now. Holy shit, it's terrible. And it's really all over the place. So that's what's going on. There's something weird. It's my service provider.
Oh, mine's pretty freaking horrible too. And like, I'm supposed to have like, holy shit, what the hell's going on? Hang on, let me check my other computer. Sorry, folks.
Do you think is it like over the whole internet? Because of the speed is absolutely ridiculous right now. I mean, mine is Jesus. It's not even, it's awful. I mean, it's never been this bad before. I'm surprised you can even hear me at this point.
I can. Jeez.
Well, I mean, yours looks good.
No, I'm supposed to have a lot
compared to mine.
Better than that. Okay, I pay fucking through the nose. It's fine, but Jesus, that's the way it always been. That's not what they promised, folks.
Well, mine got tested at.
Go on.
Well, mine just got tested at 3.56 download speed and 0 upload.
Oh my God. Okay, yeah, and the 0 upload will do it.
So that's not good.
No,
that's not good.
That's about what mine was at before.
So I think something is going on.
Well,
Jesus Christ,
are you on fiber optic or are you cable down there in the center of the earth?
No fiber optic, sadly.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Oh my God. Well, I don't know, man. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. That's okay. I can just read the super chats and finish it out, and we can try it again. I think the next one we should do, at least on my side, when it's my turn, we should do it over on D Live, and we could use Streamlabs for anything, or just do it there for whatever, just to speak freely. I'm okay either way. Oh, Mark C, why'd you retract your message? What happened? Put it in the.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Mark C, put it in the regular chat. What you were trying to say. Yeah, well, I could just read super chats here, but yeah, because it's really like impossible for us to talk right now. Check out.
I'm sorry.
No, it's not your fault, man. It's not your fault. There's Axe of God or Goddess. This is frustrating. Tunguska equals Tesla. Same day. Google it. Was it the same day? Coughtron? I did not know that. Hang on. I'm going to check that. I'm going to Google it.
Interesting.
Oh my God. My phone just looked it up automatically. That is weird. Why is it telling me Tron Legacy? All right. There's a ghost in the machine going on.
Something weird is going on today.
Right before I get to the DMT article.
Weird.
Okay, mysterious. Well, can I trust this? The Tesla Society, I guess. I mean, mysterious Tunguska explosion of 1908 in Siberia may be linked to Tesla's experiments of wireless transmission. All right, I'm looking it up. And this is some like ancient website here. Look at this website, man. Look at this, guys. This is like some old school shit here.
I'm looking.
It's all to the left.
Hey, it's Earthlink.
Right? It's so crazy. I remember, hey, I had a website like this. My first website for the comic shop looked like this.
Right.
I put it in the center, though, at least. Nikola Tesla, I can talk, holding a gas fill. Well, I know many theories have been proposed. Well, what's the theory? Is that the full article right here? Oh my God. No, I'm not going to read that.
That was like a full article.
That's a book. I can take your word for it. I'll look it up later, though. Thank you, Koff. That's cool. Mark C., thank you for the $10, sir. Sorry, I didn't see the message. Pop the message in the chat, brother. Apex Tyrannus for $10. Venus was also hit by a planet-sized object, which flipped the planet upside down and now rotating backwards. It caused global super eruptions because Venus has Earth-like gravity. It held an atmosphere. Yes. So what hit our goddamn solar system like it was an 8-ball in the corner pocket? Like, what the hell came through our solar system and hit 2 planets?
God only knows, man. God only knows. Wow.
All out of bubblegum for $5. Greetings, Gary and Lord and Savior Doomcock. Happy belated birthday. Happy birthday, Doomcock, by the way. Belated.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
My Lord, the world is almost ready for your takeover. The robots are in place. You've been working hard on those things, man.
Oh, yeah. We got a lot of robots down here. A lot of robots.
Day and night, man. Mark C., the great Mark C., for $10. Geologist Randall Carlson took a 2-mile deep ice core sample from Greenland. According to him, the Earth suffered a major climate change event in the as late as 12,000 years ago. Yes. I'm obsessed with Randall Carlson, and not in not in that kind of way, but I've watched every one of his lectures. I've lost count how many times I've listened to that guy. His 3 Joe Rogan interviews probably are the things I listen to the most on this planet. I think they're Joe Rogan's best work, and it's just amazing. He lays it out for you, and it just goes to show the dogma of science, that science, listen, do not put faith in your institutions anymore. Question them. Of course, they are still experts, but they're freaking textbook experts. They don't go out in the field. The religious geologists, before it was considered a science, they at least went out in the field. And of course, they were looking for confirmation for their religious theories. Doesn't mean what they found out was wrong. Okay. So the whole flood theory was swept under the rug for years for political reasons, because they were afraid it would confirm the Bible folk. when it doesn't. That's what it was all about. It was all about science versus religion, and the truth. Fuck the truth. We don't care about the truth. And now we're finding out all kinds of shit. We're finding out that the archaeologists have an agenda. That's why you need to question. Yeah, YouTube's not going to like this. Scientists have political bias. Doctors have political bias. Nurses have political bias. They're human. It's fine. But we can't say that one side is an authority because you just can't. Okay. I will say my personal physician is an authority, but you are an authority on you. Okay. So when we have Robert Schoch proving that the Sphinx is much older than the pyramids, and the shit that guy got. So the first time any scientist comes in and he, comes in with an earth shattering theory, I mean, rightly so, he gets questioned a lot, but man, they try to, instead of just pelting them with questions, they ostracize because it's a fundamentalist belief now, ideology. And that doesn't get us to the truth. That's all I ever want. So what Randall Carlson did, he's finally starting to get, I think he's working to get his master's degree but I mean, he's already there. He's going through the process of the paperwork, but that dude's a genius when it comes to this stuff. Mm-hmm. And, he's not super woo-woo. He just said there's this big flood that happened and all the megafauna just didn't get wiped out by a bunch of guys with little toothpicks because it was impossible because they outnumbered them like 100 to 1. It was a cataclysm. And now the reason they are suppressing Randall Carlson and Graham Hancock, by the way, Graham Hancock is absolute liberal as they get. And Randall Carlson, to me, I think he is kind of libertarian, but they both get squashed because the environmentalists don't want what they have to say to get out there because it shows that there was a cataclysm 12,000 years ago. The earth went through a major warming, a horrific cool period, and then went back to warm in the period of 1,000 years, and the earth bounced back. Yeah.
Wow.
And the earth bounced back. The population of the human population of the planet was reduced. And this is according to some of the scientists in the comic group. And this is not definitive. This is just a theory, by the way, was reduced to like thousands. The human population was almost wiped out. After this, and there was a dual cataclysm. They don't know what they were. The first one they suspect was, or no, the second one, or is it the first one? One of them was a comet, was shards of a comet that hit the ice caps over Canada. Remember, there was 2 miles of ice over all of Canada. It didn't exist. Manhattan didn't exist. Upper Wisconsin didn't exist. Parts of Minnesota, North Dakota, South Dakota, they were all under ice. And it, according to Randall Carlson's theory, and this is other scientists who back him up, something hit it that melted it instantly. And it melted within completely within a matter of a couple of weeks. And you go look at dry falls, go look at the Western United States. You can see scarring all over the land. A bunch of the soil that they find in Idaho and other places is from Canada. You're finding these giant rocks that were inside of icebergs that were the size of oil tankers that were on these floods. So you have this whole area in Washington, Eastern Washington, where it's just flooded with rocks, these giant rocks. I forgot what they're called, but the rocks that are inside icebergs. And it's the way they're scarred. And they're everywhere. And it's fascinating. So if this is the first time, you're probably, if you listen to me a long time, you've heard this before, but if this is the first time you're listening, go listen to Joe Rogan and Randall Carlson. Start with his first one. It's like 6 hours. There's 3 shows. It's worth every minute of your time. It's fascinating. It's really cool. But it also shows that the earth can bounce back pretty quick from a catastrophe. But it also shows, he shows without beyond a shadow of a doubt that the earth goes through a lot of these. And there might have been a major catastrophe as 5,000 years ago, just 5,000 years ago. It might have ended the Bronze Age.
God.
So, and they're still fighting new meteor. They just found a meteor crater in Egypt. Another one. And that's where they think King Tut got his iron dagger. There's another theory I have for King Tut, though. I think all the King Tut stuff was bogus, to be honest with you. I think it was
so space was pelting us with rocks and garbage.
Yes. No. King Tut. Did you know King Tut had this iron dagger before we were able to? We had the tech. We weren't using iron. It was in the Bronze Age. And it was this perfect iron dagger. Did you also know that in India, there's a pole, there's a giant pole that's iron that has not rusted ever. And it's thousands of years old.
Wow.
And it's like this perfect iron that they made. Go look it up. It's really cool.
That is really weird, dude. Are you hearing me better now?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you. Like, It seems like we can converse now. I just tested the internet again, and it's slow, but I'm at least registering on both meters.
Nice.
So I think it was just a weird. It has nothing to do with you being in internet jail or anything. Just a crappy internet service provider today. That's what it was.
Gotcha. Cool. Vince Hickey for $30 Australian. Speaking of Australian, Vince, I want you to look at this. Hang on.
All right.
I wanted to show something to Vince. That was right. That was one of Nap's news thingies. Where'd it go?
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had one last one you were going to talk about.
Yes. I wanted to show you guys this, though. Just for you folks in Australia. I'm sure you guys have seen this before, but I guess this is better footage or something.
Easy to drop bear. Look at that. Tasmanian tiger.
Yep.
Wow. What an interesting looking beast.
Yeah.
Australia is a weird place, man. I mean, the platypus looks like it was cobbled together from spare bits, and same thing with this Tasmanian tiger.
Yep.
Weird.
So sad that it's not around anymore.
Yeah.
Now, what was Randall Carlson was saying, there's evidence all over the earth of giant tsunamis, cataclysms. One of the places on earth that has had the least amount of cataclysm recently is Africa. Central Africa, because we have elephants. Here in America, we were buried in elephants. We had 4 different species of elephants here in America. We had 20-foot sloth. Could you imagine seeing a 20-foot sloth?
No, my God.
I saw the skeleton one at the London Museum of Natural History. UK people, is that what it's called? I went there. I'm sure I've told this story before, but I'll tell it again. So Mrs. Nerdrotic was in London. She was working for Vidal Sassoon. She was teaching a class. So I was running around London by myself, 2003. I had a backpack on and just did my urban hiking. And I went to the Museum of Natural History in London, and they had a Darwin tour. I'm like, oh, well, that sounds brilliant. So paid my 95 pounds or whatever for my Darwin tour. And I got to go behind the scenes, and they take you in the back of the museum and they show you, like, dude, there's stuffed animals there that are hundreds of years old. It's crazy. So somebody pulls out some Darwin butterflies, right? In those, in his, it was like a wood box, and it had the pins, right? So the pins were going through Darwin's butterflies, and the guy behind me goes, oh, I've got this this beautiful display of Darwin butterflies. And I swing around, and my backpack almost knocks it out of his hands.
Oh!
The guy caught it. Like, he caught it, and I was so mortified. I was like, I'm going to go. And I walked out of there in shame, an absolute shame. I'm like, I am the ugly American. God damn it.
Oh my
Almost
God. That's a Seinfeld moment.
Dude. Not my finest moment.
No.
There was a TV special about JFK where they were able to see the missing face of the person in the picture standing behind the fence. Do you remember the name of the TV special, or can you ask anyone? I don't remember it.
No, I don't remember it. Wasn't it? Yeah, was that one that guy Jack, the kind of portly journalist, Jack Anderson? I don't know.
Jim Mars?
No, it wasn't Jim
No.
Mars.
It wasn't Jim Mars. Yeah, I don't know.
He was like a mainstream journalist that was just obsessed with it, but I don't remember the face. Maybe I didn't see that one. I don't know.
The Kennedy thing was an absolute conspiracy. That is like such a no-brainer. There are so many people who wanted him gone. Yeah. And then, I mean, you find out later, I mean, a lot of people love Kennedy, and that's fine. And, you know, I wasn't alive, so I don't know. I know it affected a lot of people. But then you find out like the guy was on like meth. It's like, what? That's so crazy. Didn't even know they had it back then, but apparently half of Hollywood was hooked on it. And then it makes you understand why people died when they were 50. I mean, dude, go back and look at all the actors. Look at William Hartnell. William Hartnell is only, when he took the doctor role, is only 4 years older than I am now.
Wow, he looked about the same age as the Sphinx.
Yeah, people lived hard back then. They just did.
Yeah.
NASA confirmed a parallel universe where time moves backwards. What?
Yes, apparently, and I've been reading about this. They were evaluating these particles that are coming out of the Earth into space, as opposed to from space through the Earth.
Oh yeah. I remember you telling me about that. Yeah,
right, and so they have basically determined that the only explanation for these particles is that we're sitting next to a parallel universe where time runs in reverse, and these particles are bleed-throughs of that parallel universe.
What would you notice if it's running in reverse, or would that just be normal to you that you start out?
I can't even comprehend it because
Benjamin Button.
Yeah, I just recently watched the episode of Red Dwarf where they go to the planet where time is moving backwards, and of course they had to cheat for it to even be coherent that our boys, you know, could still move forward. But I can't. I mean, that's madness. I mean, the idea is bizarre, and how could it even be practicable? I don't know. That's weird.
Well, maybe we're in a loop. Maybe we're in a loop and we just end up doing that, or maybe we're doing it right now and we just don't know it.
Or maybe the parallel universe is kind of like some kind of physics reflection that is not actually conscious, but it is a manifestation that is actually a reflection of ours, where time runs backwards.
Yeah, that I can get my head around, like reflection in the stream in the
exactly
mirror. Yeah. That makes way more sense. See, that's why you're here, buddy. You bring the brains of the operation for sure.
Well, I have to make up for the damn lag.
Oh,
this has driven you crazy. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
Each one of us thought the other was off his game or something, because I would say something and there'd be a long pause, and then you'd kind of mutter a response, and I'd be like, geez, well, you know, he was not impressed by that joke. And you know, and then you're like saying, are you am I lagging to you? And I said, yeah.
That is so weird, though. That is weird.
It is very weird.
See, that's the kind of shit I like, though, because it just, I want a mundane life. I really don't. This Bigfoot article reminds me of the plane crash in San Francisco when the news station got hacked and said the names of the pilots were "We Too Low" and "Holy Fuck." Yes, I remember that Stargate 404. And that was, under very bad circumstances, the greatest troll of all time. Okay.
Yeah, that is very good.
Oh my God. Dude, that wasn't that long ago. That was, I was on my way down to Comic-Con, to my very last Comic-Con for the comic shop when that happened.
Wow.
Scott Williams for $5. Thanks to Doomcock, I had a picture of a Bigfoot in studded black leather pop in my head. Scott, yes. He's Daddy Bear Bigfoot. Daddy Bear.
Dad.
Are you my daddy bear?
Oh dear.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I apologize. I'm sorry for that.
Don't even worry. Never. Have you seen Torchwood? Great show.
Oh,
Tesseract.
hell yeah.
Okay, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I'm a Doctor Who fan.
Oh God, yeah.
Major Doctor Who fan. Torchwood. Torchwood is a better idea than it was an actual show executed with a very charming lead character that we all liked. But let's be real. Only half of it was watchable. Okay. There was some shit. I mean, the Cyber Woman, come on. I mean, I own the action figure as a joke. And that's Chibnall, by the way. But Children of Earth, that was good. That was
good. That was Children of Earth, man. That was wow. But boy, when they went to America, it just died.
Yeah, that was a terrible idea.
It just died. It was not good. You can't do that, you know. You can't have Columbo go to London and be a good show. You can't have Torchwood come to America. I mean, you take them out of their environment, you know. It's not good. You can't have Sherlock Holmes go to a Ethiopian village and say, "I believe that the locust was stolen, Watson." You know, it's just
You mean it's almost like doing a show called Westworld and then have it in a really clean looking futuristic city that has technology that we have today?
Right.
Yeah.
Something, so, you know, that's an interesting, I never thought of that.
all the goddamn technology was the shit we have now.
Exactly right. Yeah.
But thank you, Stargate 404. Gary, look at your email. Have a theory for everyone about hotspots in general. Diego Flores.
Diego.
I'll check it this time. Generally, as a rule, I don't go to my email when I'm on live streams because it makes me stop. And then I got to log.
Why not? We've had enough problems tonight. Anyway.
I know, right?
Who cares?
I have to sign because I'm signed into my different account here. So hang on.
Right. It's complicated. It's complicated. Yeah. But Diego, I will say I answered one of your super chats in my super chat square up, which is posted over at the Harvey Zone. So this was a super chat square up from super chats from the ExoZone that we had terminated prematurely. And then our last Inquisition as well. So two groups of super chats there. It runs about 35 minutes and it is posted there. So anybody who had a super chat I didn't quite get to, it's there. And I thank you guys for your patience.
Yeah. Okay. So Diego Flores says, I have a theory about some of the paranormal sighting hotspots, haunted house, UFO hotspots, etc., are actually man-made. I base this on a local legend, La Casa de Matusida, where people could stay the night there to the point of madness. It's a house, by the way, casa. My father always said it was a CIA op because they had a perfect sniper's nest overlooking the U.S. Embassy. When the embassy moved, the haunting stopped. That is why I believe certain places that are near key strategic locations could be man-made hotspots. Also, because there are more ancient sites where there are reports have more detail and are consistent. Fun theory to ponder. Thank you for reading my ramblings. Thank you, Diego. I think a lot of UFO sightings and ufologists and UFO theories are CIA. Yes. I don't know if they're CIA, but government. We'll say government. Now, technically, the CIA is not supposed to work in the United States. That is against the law, but they do all the time. I think a lot of stuff is ops. I think the whole Project Bluebeam thing, I could believe it, but I still think there's UFOs.
Yeah, I do too. And
both are true.
And also, it may also have to do with a lot of paranormal activity may be subconsciously generated by humans. You know, like created by, maintained by. Manifestations in the Matrix. I mean, if you're thinking that the Vedanta view of non-duality is correct, then if we are all at root one process, then it might be possible that so-called individually, we access that power of ultimate creation and generate some of these things on the fly without even knowing that we're doing it, in the same way that we dream when we're asleep. Or it could be, if the universe is some kind of hologram or, electrical process, then as components of that, we might be generating some of that stuff as well.
Yep. Yes. I think there's an equally strange theory for a lot of the strange stuff we see that's not aliens or ghosts. There's probably still there's many things that happen just in nature that we don't understand. And hey, who knows? Maybe one of those things that happens is ripples in the space-time continuum, like Skinwalker Ranch. Maybe that's just a natural ripple in space-time. That it's just a place where the fabric is weak, and like maybe our subconscious projects stuff that we can see, like smoking dogs, because smoking dogs makes no sense to me other than in some surrealist painting or a comic book.
Yes. McGruff the crime dog
Yep.
does not stand smoking with his peers at a Navajo ranch, but there you go. It's very weird. I look, it's a weird time. It's just a weird time. There was an article that I cited on the last ExoZone. I think it was in the New York Times, talking about how this paranormal researcher was saying that all incidents of paranormal phenomena seem to be up at this time, including haunted houses, ghosts, and UFOs. We're living in a time of a global event that cannot be named on YouTube, and UFO disclosure, and discovery of a parallel universe where time runs backwards. I mean, look, it's a time of exceeding weirdness. It is a time that I used to refer to as the quickening, and now it appears that time has caught up to my awareness at last. So there you go.
There you go. Vince Hickey for $14.99 on Australian said, Gary, did you get time to watch the best Jim Garrison documentary I have ever seen that I emailed you 2 days ago? I have not, but I plan to see it very, very soon. I sent him the links to watch it on YouTube. Yes. I can't believe I haven't seen that though. Maybe, but
wow.
I feel like I have. But I'll let you know, Vince, next show. I plan to get after the ExoZone, when we are done, I'm taking I got my show tomorrow, but I'm like, dude, shutting everything down. I'm going to go hang out with my wife. I've been like in this office for 3 days working on videos, and you know how it goes. It's good. It's fun, but need to get out of this damn room. Action figures don't keep you warm at night, believe it or not. Son of the Wolf for $5. The delay is because YouTube is filtering out you guys' conversation directly to NSA. Also, hail Gary and Doomcock. I knew it.
Damn it.
And the NSA is probably like, what the fuck are these guys talking about? But Big Daddy MRI, thank you for the phallic unicorn and the 99 cents. I appreciate it. TJ Swan, what is up? $2. Freaking NASA has confirmed a parallel universe. I know that's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. And it's legit. And it's stuff we've known, right? But then we're starting to see, within the same year, we've already heard that there's other universes, but NASA confirming a parallel universe a couple of weeks after the Navy confirming that there's UFOs. Again, nobody said aliens. They just said unidentified objects.
Yes.
Craziness.
It's very, very, very weird times. And, I think we'll have more to talk about next ExoZone, but this is a time that nobody's ever, it's so damn weird. And I think there's an infinite number of parallel universes, but the idea that there's one where time runs backwards is just so bizarre. I can't even.
I know. I'm reading up on that like tonight. That's one of the things I'm doing. That's bizarre. Hey, Bird of Prey 5 for $2 says, Kapla, better late than never. Hail ExoZone.
Hail, Bird of Prey 5. I'm glad that you are back in the saddle, my friend. Love you, brother. I'm glad you're back.
Me too. And And I'm gonna check out your origin story. You know, Bird of Prey. I heard it, but I don't know it in detail, and I don't want to be presumptuous or anything. But thanks for sending me that, and I will check it out. Loch Ness Mobster for $2. These aren't bad pics. My pal Bigfoot is blurry. He's just blurry.
Well, that's, he's furry, and the fur tends to blur the focus on any camera. So I think that makes perfect sense.
Maybe he's like a flurry. Yeah. Holy duck hockey puck woodchuck. Can't say fudge. June Wong. Thank you. Australian $2. I know. I'm such a prude. Diego Flores for five pesos. It could be that Doomcock has shared IP and many people be using this because of the lag. I never understood how that worked. Remember with Google Hangouts, it almost seemed like both or like my bad internet would screw up the connection. And I don't pretend to know how that works. Mary Ashmead says, sorry, Gary. What are you saying sorry for? There's no sorry. What is Mary saying sorry for?
I don't know.
You don't have to apologize for anything, Mary.
Mary has nothing to be sorry for.
No, you asked me a good question earlier, and and it was me. I was like, I kind of rushed to an answer, and I'm like, and then I thought about my live streams getting ghosted. I'll tell you what, I'll be upfront about what my theory is about why our live streams are getting ghosted. I think, I do not know how the flagging process works for YouTube. Okay. I have no idea, but I'm guessing that videos and live streams get flagged all the time, like all the time. And there has to be something to check and balance that, because there could be just a guy who doesn't like me, who will flag every single one of my videos when it comes up just to spite for some reason, or doesn't like Jeremy or somebody like that. I mean, it's one thing to hit a dislikes, because I get 2 dislikes immediately every time I post a video.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's mom and dad, no, it's not dad, mom and mom. I think that it could be somebody flagging and they just don't have the manpower or to deal with it. So what they do is they put it in this like limbo, and they just keep it there, and that way they don't have to deal with it. Yeah. But I mean, the live streams aren't demonetized or anything. Like there's nothing wrong. They just disappear. And mine disappeared like an hour in randomly, and you can tell when it happens. So, Gary, you were breaking up earlier, says Nicholas Horton for £2. Probably was. Yeah, I probably was. That's why I closed a bunch of my windows. Thanks, Nicholas. Straight white male for $2 Canadian. Did you see the Tales from the Loop on Prime? Or did you see Tales from the Loop on Prime? Enjoyed. I have seen 4 episodes. Doomcock, you've seen 5?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And I like it. It's definitely something you got to be in the mood for. I watch it with Mrs. Nerdrotic. It's nice. It's nice. As a matter of fact, Doomcock, that's the first thing I've watched in my living room in like a year.
Really? No
I
shit.
dusted off my 60-inch TV that I don't watch ever anymore, and we sat in our living room. I'm like, wow, this is so weird. I haven't done this in so long.
Nice.
Loquacious Primate for $5. I don't think I've heard you guys discuss the DNA clarity argument. While still a 50-50 shot, still a way to distinguish ET genetic organic material. Now, I don't know if I know that or not. Do you know the DNA the clarity argument?
No, that's probably why he hasn't heard us discuss it.
No, that's not the word. It's not clarity. It's hang on. Chirality?
I don't know, man. I've never heard of that.
Dude, Loquacious Primate's like got multiple degrees from Brown University. Okay. I don't even know how to pronounce this. Is a property of asymmetry imported in several branches of science. The word, it's like, I don't know if it's chirality or chirality, is derived from Greek care, hand, and familiar chiral, object, chirality. Okay, chirality. An object or a system is chiral if it is distinguishable from its mirror image. That is, it cannot be superimposed onto it. God, that it was exhausting even thinking about. Yeah, I've never heard that before, but like really, I didn't go to college, dude. So
I've not heard of that either. So it sounds an interesting idea.
it definitely does. Loquacious primate always will level stuff up for sure. And it's awesome.
He brings it.
He brings it. We're overdue for another mass extinction, but it never happened in 2012. Nicholas Horton for £5. Yeah, I'm glad we're overdue, and I hope we stay overdue. Gentlemen, Neanderthals included gingers, some of whom mated with Cro-Magnons. I'm glad they passed their genes because redheaded women are hot, says Peppermint Oil Capsule for £5. Yes.
Well, you know me. I have a thing for redheads. So yes, bless you, Neanderthals. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. I mean, I would sleep with those primitive Neanderthals if they had red hair as well. So they were seduced, by the red side of the force, so to speak.
Yeah. My theory on what happened to Mars and Venus eons from now, the light will reach someone's ancestors and they'll say, damn, we missed it twice, says DGM Voices for $5. The light will reach someone's ancestors and they'll say, damn, we missed it twice. Oh, you mean, okay. Oh, you mean from that? Yeah, maybe. Maybe. For all the talk of global warming, look at how only 6 weeks of quarantine has cleared up the planet's air. And while mentioned, no real coverage. For all the talk of global warming, look at 6 weeks of quarantine has cleared up the planet's air. And while mentioned, no real coverage. Mark C for $5. I'm sure it cleared it up in China where it's horrible.
Right.
I don't notice any difference here. I heard LA was a noticeable difference, but I mean, duh. Yeah, you don't have as many cars driving around.
When it's really heavy, I've got one last thing to mention, then I've got to run.
Yeah. Go.
I was, I'm sorry that we had the technical difficulties. I wanted to stick around a little longer to.
Sure, no problem, man.
But so I read something that the sun is about to enter or has entered a shadow phase or something, where it's going to be putting out a lot less energy. Like apparently sunspots relate to this, and the absence of them means that it's moving into this phase where the sun itself is going to be cooler. Now they're saying it like a bad thing, like it may cause all sorts of problems and famines and stuff because the earth won't be getting as much energy. I don't know. I haven't really looked at it, but it just, the thing I thought immediately was that, well, if it gets a little colder here, maybe it'll stop, the caps from melting and unleashing all that methane that would kill us all dead. So thumbs up on that, to my way of thinking anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Listen, I'll just repeat what Randall Carlson said. Climate change, nobody's ever denied it because it's always happening. It's always changing. Do you want to know the longest period of warm that we've had in our history that's recorded that we know about is now?
Really?
We are in the longest period of a temperate climate in our recorded history.
Wow.
Is now. Before that, it's been really fucking cold. By the way, our earth has gone through, there's been a snowball phase where the earth was just fucking snowball. The climate changes all the time. It gets warmer, it gets cooler, and it would be much, much worse if it got cooler than it got warmer, folks. Tell you that right now. That we rather have it warm than cold. And look into what other people say about it. So, but nobody denies that it changes. I hate that term deniers. It makes you sound like you're some kind of weird heretic or something like that. It's like, scientists disagree on stuff. I don't know. I'm not a meteorologist and I don't get in the debate. I just know it's a nice day outside right now. And at least I got that walk in. Modalicious from earlier, satellite and AI cameras using facial recognition need sufficient distance between points in order to work with face coverings, say 6 feet. He brought it at the end. Modalicious for $5. Yep. Again, when Doomcock and I are free, we'll do it in a couple weeks. Okay.
That sounds good, man. And hopefully we will have better internet than we had today. I apologize to everybody. But at least we brought it in at the end, right?
Yeah, totally. So yeah, plug your channel, man.
Overlord DVD is my channel. That's my main channel. I've got another channel, the Harvey Zone, where the super chat square ups and live streams get posted. Put up a couple of them in the last few days, and some new super chats. So head over there to look. And finally, patreon.com/Doomcock and subscribestar.com/Doomcock. So join us for the Inquisition this coming Sunday, and otherwise, always keep an eye out for the ExoZone. You never know where we will strike.
Yes. Hell yeah. And again, Harvey Zone, alternate channel, Doomcock's Patreon. Check it all out. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you, dude. I'll see you next time with better internet, I hope. Not good.
Yeah, maybe. It's all good, man. Take it easy. Thanks.
Bye-bye. You see ya.
All right, folks, we're gonna finish up super chats here. So yeah, I mean, the earth, the climate is always changing. My personal belief is we should be worried about rocks from the sky ending our civilization. That would be my biggest concern, especially after listening to Randall Carlson and knowing that it doesn't need to be a mile rock. It could be a rock the size of we'll just say a tanker, an oil tanker, could cause severe damage that would last years on this planet, or a super volcano. And we can't stop super volcanoes, but we can do something about the rocks coming from the sky. That's something we could actually do something about. Not saying we'll be successful, but it'd be better than doing nothing and arguing over something that's happening anyway. I mean, by all means, stop littering, and combustion engines are going to have to go someday, but God, I love mine. It was all a dream for £2. Reason for the lag: DC was uploading video, just posted. Oh, maybe. For your move fund, Gary, hope it helps a bit. Big Daddy MRI for $9.99. Thank you. Believe me, it's all going towards the move fund, which is happening. I've talked about it. It's not an ideal time at all. I would have preferred to move when my house, I'm not going to be able to sell my house. So, yeah, we're going to have to figure that one out. But we just got to get out of here. It's time to go. I think this was just the push we all needed. And yeah, the whole family's going. Mark C for $5. Rearranging the letters. Torchwood is an anagram for Doctor Who. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Robert Meza for $5. What do you guys think of the upcoming SpaceX launch on 5/27 to the ISS, the first launch to orbit of humans by a private company? I'm excited as hell about it, because that's going to give NASA some competition that it needed. And quite frankly, SpaceX has been kicking NASA's ass. But we should, listen, I don't know. I don't like regulation, except when it comes to sending people in space. Then I hope there's lots of it. Just like on planes. Regulate the F out of planes. As long as they're safe, I'm good. Diego Flores for £5. Lord Doomcock, your theory is basically the explanation of how the warp works in 40K. Oh, there you go. Michael Henley for $9. Maybe there seems to be more instance because there are more media outlets. They can't use Project Mockingbird to shut them all down. You're right, Michael Henley. There's too many media outlets right now anyway, but no, they can't shut them all down. You can't unmake the soup of the internet. And quite frankly, if you do want people to rise up, take away their internet. You take away the internet, people will rise up the next goddamn day. Believe me, the internet is vital to the lockdown. There was a rumor out there being spread by a conspiracy theorist that they were going to shut down. They were going to shut down the internet for 4 days. That would have been believe me, not being hyperbolic, people would lose their shit. I think the internet has kept a lot of us sane. Although I highly recommend, the last time I completely unplugged from the internet, it was for a month. Of course, I had to go to rehab, but that was a long time ago. But it was nice. It was nice. Like not checking at the time Facebook, Twitter, email, anything. I made phone calls, and that was it. Michael Beacom for $5. We laugh, but a programmer friend showed me where the NSA backdoor was for Windows XP code. Holy shit. That's the kind of thing you hear and you go, I can't believe that. But see, I can, Michael. I can absolutely believe it, especially since Bill Gates created Windows and he wants to create a vaccine, and this is a guy who can't even keep his computers from getting a virus. I don't know. There's an irony there. It was labeled documented. How kooky is that? I said cocky. How cocky is it? Well, that's how it's spelled, but it's okay. I should have fixed it. Thank you. Yeah, that is weird and completely believable. Speaking moistly, wow, for $5 Canadian. Many YouTuber creators are getting ghosted. I follow some lefty gamer channels and they are getting ghosted as well. Yeah, it's happening to absolutely everybody, speaking mostly. So yeah, I hope I didn't give the idea that I thought it was under political lines, because I generally don't get political. I get salty with the pop culture, but that's not enough to ghost anything. Okay. It's not like I'm the kill stream or something like that, because I'm like so tame compared to that stuff. I understand that. And that is by design. And plus I'm old and, blood sports are my thing. TJS Swan for $5. Peep Out Creepy Little Book YouTube channel. It's a late night, like 11 p.m. Eastern, and it's dope. Yeah. Creepy Little Book is cool. TJ Swan, I could definitely recommend it. He used to watch the ExoZone. But I listen sometimes, but I don't listen because I am clean and sober. I'm a clean and sober person. So I don't celebrate like, God bless you if you like the 420, man, go for it. It should be absolutely legal, and that's great for you all. Unfortunately, it's just not something I celebrate. Hail, Gary and DC. Did you guys see the article about NASA finding evidence of a parallel universe in Antarctica? What? In Antarctica. I know that there's theories that there's a bunch of stuff under the ice, and I bet you there is, because it used to have a temporal climate. I've not seen that, Chris Hatfield. I will check it out. Antarctica has become like the hit place for all the conspiracy theorists to go now. Listen, there's nothing under the ice though. Unless it would have to be an alien structure to survive 2 miles of ice being on top of it. Whatever's under that ice gets pulverized. Have you seen the Great Plains? That's because 2 miles of ice was on top of it. And it not only flattens the ground, folks, it bows the crust. So when Randall Carlson explains, when it melted, he explained it to, you're sitting in a chair, and then you get up, your ass makes an impression. Well, the ice made that type of impression on the ground, and it popped back up, and then it corrected all the way out in the ocean. So yeah, like it's hard to get your head around like how big this disaster was. 1,000-foot tsunami, 1,000-foot freshwater tsunami on the land. At 100 at a mile elevation, thousands of feet elevation. Yeah, imagine you're just some bison or whatever grazing, and then there's 1,000-foot wall of water coming at you with icebergs the size of oil tankers on it. I mean, you're dead. You're dead instantly. Probably the wind from it would probably vaporize you. Have you seen specs of 6th generation fighter aircraft? I have not. They include breakthroughs in technology, e.g. self regenerating panels. Ooh, that's awesome. Directed energy weapons, lasers. Do you think the tech is otherworldly? I'd have to see it. As far as if it's like machinery rebuilding itself, is it a spec or is it a design? Is it just something they have a patent for, or is it something that's in the theoretical stage? Or I don't know enough about it. I'll have to look in. That would seem otherworldly, but again, can that plane fly from? Now, this is recorded by the radar operator on the Nimitz in 2004. Mind you, we're talking about 2004 here. We're not talking about 2020. This thing was sighted in 2004. It went from the atmosphere, space, to 50 feet above water in 3/4 of a second with no sonic boom. 16 years ago. So this wasn't 2015, 15. Hope I'm making myself clear. It's 2004. That's when they saw this stuff. So could it be us? Sure. So we're fucking with our own planes. Well, that's an equally big story. That's an equally big story. It's not aliens, but nobody said it was aliens, by the way. Not yet, anyway. It could be just a probe. Or it's China and we're screwed. Or it's Russia and we're screwed. Or it's us and we're messing with our own internet, which means it could be the breakaway civilization. I don't know. Eskimono Phono for $1.99. Here's some escape from LA funds. The one thing, I mean, maybe it's just a personal belief, but I've never gotten my head around why so many people are just so like aliens cannot exist. I just don't get it. I mean, space is weird. And NASA confirms now, this is still a theory, that there is a parallel universe out there where time goes backwards. Well, then fuck, aliens could exist in that world. I'm not saying they're coming to invade us. I don't know, but it's certainly something to talk about. Looking forward to your square up review of Tunguska Tesla. Respect you guys and think you should delve into Tesla more. We've talked about Cough in past episodes. We've done an entire episode on Tesla. You can go back. I think it's on my channel. If you go back and look, but we will most definitely do that again for sure. Now, if I do a square up, it will be for the live streams yesterday, but I have no access to the super chats yet. They are invisible on my channel. The minute they are visible, I will do a square up. I don't know how we're going to do things tomorrow. I'm probably going to have to hook up Streamlabs tomorrow. But the thing is, that's going to track things from my channel. So if they're invisible on my channel, they'll probably be invisible for Streamlabs. But yeah. So I'll look through, and I'm just looking right now to see if I missed any in Slater. Here is some Cal Exit cash and email sent Tuesday. See it, Ian Slayer. You sent an email on Tuesday. Okay, I'll look for it, Ian. I don't know if these dudes. I don't know what these dudes think they saw, but The Man Who Killed Hitler and Then Bigfoot is a killer film. Sam Elliott getting all hostile. Hitler's face is pure gold, says weaponized nostril flare for $10. I have always meant to see that movie, and I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen it. Anti-probing tax from Eskimono Phono. Thank you for the $1.99. Gary, look at your email. Okay, I checked that one out. I'm just going up to see if I... Yeah, I love the subject of Tesla, Cough. We will do that again, I promise you. This is why we need good science fiction. We could stop believing humanity's curiosity and draw it to do better itself. We need to stop believing humanity's curiosity and drive to better itself can lead to fantastic technologies. We reduce any achievement to a blur, a blip, or a conspiracy. Not necessarily. I love the human achievement. Like, for example, you know, I'm really into ancient civilizations. I believe that was man. I don't believe in the ancient alien theory. I love the show. I think it's fun and it set me on that path, but I 1000% believe it was man. Man built the pyramids, man, but it was man a lot longer ago. It wasn't man 6,000 years ago. It was man 24,000 years ago. A whole civilization that we never knew that has been wiped out by 1,000-foot waves of water that would pulverize anything, that killed all the megafauna in the North American region. Anything over 150 pounds died. So 20-foot sloths, giant tree sloths, giant bison, the hairy rhino, the woolly mammoth, all that stuff gone at 12,000 years. Now, yeah. You're gonna have a hard time convincing me that the Tic Tac was man-made in 2004. Now we could certainly debate it sometime, Captain Spire. We can certainly debate it. But no, we've achieved quite a bit. The problem is, Captain Spire, is we've kind of stopped. And thank God for Elon Musk for bringing back the space program, because we were kind of grinding to a halt. We were going, you know, we stopped wanting to explore, stopped exploring space. So great, we have these really freaking awesome phones, but it's like my buddy Derek Robertson. I was talking to my buddy Derek Robertson, and we were discussing, where is the fucking flying car? I want my flying car. We were supposed to have a flying car, and he held up his cell phone and he goes, "Here's your fucking flying car. Our technology went into this, so that's the trade-off." I'm like, all right, I still want a flying car. Spoiler alert, says Alfred McKay for $1.99 Canadian. Yes, I spoiled the future. Cough. No, it's all good. We'll talk about Tesla again. That is not a subject we need to leave alone, because I think we scratched the surface on that one. We could certainly do another show for sure. So thank you, Cough. Yeah, we've been doing this show for a couple of years now. The thing is, we do it so intermittently because I know it's a lot of people like it, but YouTube makes it frustrating. But I think if I take it off platform, I would be happier, to where I can speak more freely about my thoughts on things. But yeah, I'm going to wrap it up here. I would like to thank Doomcock for showing up. It was a magnificent appearance. Sorry about the lag. That's the internet. It wasn't Doomcock's fault for sure. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you all. And thank you to the mods for doing a great job. Thank you for all the super chats for helping keep the lights on here. I can't thank you guys enough. Thank you all for all the good questions. As usual, we get the best ones here at the ExoZone. So we will be back next Thursday on Doomcock's channel. And then 2 weeks from today, keep an eye on my Twitter, keep an eye on the community section. We will go to D Live. We will go to D Live, and we will do a nice big flat long ExoZone where we can talk about whatever the hell we want. And we will bring up some of the theories around what's going on right now. And I want to preface it by saying they're just theories. I'm not going to say I'm going to push one over the other saying it's true or anything, but this is a place where we can discuss ideas freely and debate them if we need to do that. Debating's good. So thanks again, guys. Have a great day. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, RR. Thank you, Draco. Thank you, all the wrenches. Gil, it's good to see you. And you all be excellent to each other, and we'll take you out with a little ExoZone music. Ciao.